Hello, hello. I think we live. What's going on, everybody? It's a quick Q&A. How you doing? My guy, what's going on? How I get abs? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most important thing for you to start doing to reach your goal? And I'm asking everybody in here, what is the biggest thing that you should start doing right now to reach your goal? Rachel says, when you say 60 minutes of cardio, can you do two 30-minute sessions or do you mean 60 minutes straight? You could break it up however you want. You can do two 30-minute sessions. You could do four 15-minute sessions, whatever you want to do. Oh, how you doing, Honor? What's going on? What's up, Chris? Good evening. Okay. When it comes to working out, what are you struggling with? All right. Start lifting weights. Okay. Honor says take action. Somebody says diet, cardio, weightlifting. I said, my guy, real G. Appreciate you. The mindset on go. How to avoid loose skin while losing weight. If you got to lose a lot of weight, I don't think you can avoid having loose skin. Like if you got to lose 150 pounds, chances are you're going to have loose skin no matter what you do. Somebody says they struggle with tracking their food input and their output exercise. Well, you can track your food with MyFitnessPal. So every time you eat something, you just plug it in. In terms of like tracking your output, I don't know. Just make sure you do it. Every time you do your cardio or you do your exercise, just make sure you stick to it. I actually use like an app for my clients. It's called Trainerize, where I track, then they're able to track all of their stuff. Like every time they do cardio, they check it off. Every time they do their I don't know, like their weightlifting, they check it off. You can keep a journal, but I don't think that's really necessary. Maybe tracking your food would be more important, but I don't think you got to track your exercise. I've never done that, and I'm fine. Last year, I lost around 20 pounds in about 3 months by eating less. I went from 190 down to 170, but I gained all the weight back fast. What can I do to lose it permanently? So the biggest thing that I think you should do when you're trying to like lose the weight and keep it off is switch over from eating processed food to eating real food. A lot of people, they just go into a calorie deficit, which does work and it's important. But if you switch over from eating processed food to eating real food, you're able to eat a whole lot more food. So instead of you just eating one McChicken and that's all you can have for that meal, you can eat like 8 ounces of chicken thighs, a cup of rice, and some vegetables. And it's still pretty low calorie, but it's very filling. Instead of you eating like cookies, if you eat fruit, you can eat a lot more fruit than cookies and you'll be full. So when you switch from eating like processed food to eating real food, it's a lot more what's the word? It's a lot more like filling and sustainable. Somebody said that she struggles with consistency. Try to be more specific, guys. Tell me specifically what is the thing that you need to start doing today or tomorrow to start reaching your goal. And also, you can tell me what your goal is. Watching from UKGB. All right, I'm not sure what that is, but welcome. My first live with you. welcome, welcome. Watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, snap. That's funny. My mom is actually going to Trinidad today. Does sleep play a role in weight loss? Yes, it does. If you get enough sleep, that makes it a lot easier for you to lose weight. It makes it a lot easier for you to stick to your diet. It makes it a lot easier for you to have effective workouts. It makes it a lot easier for you to make good decisions. And your body functions better when you get enough sleep. I know for myself, if I don't get enough sleep, I'm going to have way more cravings. I'm going to want to snack a whole lot more. So definitely sleep is like major. Sleep is like one of the most important things you should be doing. I will start working out, then stop. I really have to be persistent. One of the things that I help you with your persistence, Olivia, is making sure your workouts aren't too hard. You know, when you go into the gym, if it's a day where you got the energy and you want to kill your workout, go ahead. You go hard with that workout that day. If it's a day where you have a little bit less energy, just understand that something is better than nothing and just do your best. Give as much as you want to give that day. But I'd rather you show up on the days when you say you're going to show up. Because if you have this mindset where you feel like you got to go super hard every single time you go to the gym, that can be very discouraging for most people. You got some people out there that are just super motivated. They go to the gym whenever. But if that's not you, it's cool. Like if I go to the gym tonight and I don't feel like doing cardio, I'm going to still go do my cardio, but I'll just turn the speed down and I'll watch Netflix while I do my cardio. You got to find ways to make it realistic for you. And if you're going to be doing fitness for your whole life, it should not feel like this chore every single time you're trying to do it. Take action, stay committed, and be consistent. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I just said, that applies to that too. Maria from Canada. How you doing, Maria? Goal is to use my Peloton more. All right, so Anna, what do you think is stopping you from using your Peloton as it is? Like, what's stopping you from using it tonight? I weigh 260, want to get to 190. I'm afraid of loose skin. You think I should lose the weight first or focus on getting muscles as well? I changed my diet and work out 5 days a week. Okay, so if it was me, I would focus on trying to get down to 190. I would focus on trying to lose as much body fat as I could. And I would still be working out and eating high protein so that I could maintain whatever muscle I had. But my main focus would just be dropping the body fat. I wouldn't be trying to build big muscles while trying to lose a lot of body fat. I don't really think that that's possible. My goal is to lose 20 pounds. Okay. What are you struggling with? Make sure that your diet is on point. Make sure that you are doing your cardio and take baby steps, like start tomorrow. If your goal is to lose 20 pounds, then tomorrow you should be doing 1 hour of cardio. So go to a gym, walk on the treadmill for 1 hour and do that every day. And you should clean your diet up. Get a meal plan and start following it tomorrow. You know, if you don't know a good, like what meals to eat, you know, do some chicken breast and vegetables. If you don't know where to start, just do chicken breast and broccoli, and that'll have you losing weight. And then once you start seeing the progress, then you can start to change things up. But keep it simple at first, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. Keep it simple and just be consistent. My weight doesn't move, but my body has changed. That's really good. I wouldn't take anything away food-wise initially, but incorporate more non-processed foods and see how full you are, and then slowly lose the processed foods over time. Okay, I mean that's a good like method as well too. So everybody, what Alexander is saying is, if you are a beginner, don't start like taking foods out. You can start just adding more processed foods in, and that is a method that works. I do that with some of my clients. Instead of focusing on the deficit and instead of focusing on restricting calories, we just switch them off of eating out to them cooking all of their food, and everything that they eat is something that they cook themselves, and that automatically raises their protein, and that automatically reduces the calories. So yeah, that's a good idea. Humble and determined. Bro, I love your content. It made me start walking an hour a day and started the gym on Monday. That's what's up. I'm happy to hear that. I'm proud of you, man. Keep it up. EB, is it okay to eat cornflakes when working on losing weight? I wouldn't eat cornflakes, but it's okay. You could fit it into your diet, but I just wouldn't do it. This man knows his stuff. I love it. I appreciate you. Maria, a traveling nurse from Canada. Okay, Maria, what's going on? What's your question? Humble says, tell your mom be safe. Trinidad ain't safe these days. Yeah, she'll be all right though. She ain't gonna be outside. She's gonna be with family indoors. They're gonna be all right. My little brother going too, so I'll tell him that. Autism is life says, I have a super busy schedule. I struggle with eating healthy constantly. Is working out more important, or is your diet more important? If the goal is weight loss, then the diet is the most important thing. So I would focus on trying to get that diet together. But I think you should try to do both, but try to do both in like small amounts. So with the diet, you see the videos, you can change that up. Like you can follow a strict diet plan. But with your working out, all you need really to get started is like 10 to 20 minutes a day. For right now, I go to the gym and I only do 2 exercises, but I work out like 6 days a week. So on Monday, I do squats and leg raises. The next day, I do 4 sets of dips and pull-ups. Because right now, my main focus is losing body fat. When it comes to the working out, I'm just doing 2 exercises. And I'm somebody who's been working out for like 10 years. So you can start small. If you're at home, you can do 4 sets of squats and 4 sets of push-ups, but just start small, start building the habit consistently. Okay. I'm going to do the chicken, broccoli, bring myself back. Yeah. And if you're following that diet, and if you ever need like something else in your diet, you can add in a little bit of rice with 1 meal a day, or you can add in, some fruit as a snack. You can switch it up as you need to. And if you ever get bored of the chicken breast, you can switch the chicken thighs, etc. There are ways to modify that diet. Anna says, I work out in the morning because after a whole day of therapy sessions, I have nothing left for me. I feel you. I feel you. So if you can, definitely work out in the morning, right? Because of your situation. But let's say it's a day where you work out in the morning, but you still want to do something at night. Try to get into the habit of, instead of thinking like you need to do like an hour-long workout that has to be super intense, just do like 10 minutes, do 15 minutes, or do like I know you have the Peloton, do like an easier workout on your Peloton that day. Get into that habit. Like literally last night, I went to the gym to do an hour of cardio. Before I got on the Stairmaster, I really did not want to do it. But once I got into my head, like, yo, I don't have to go at speed 12 tonight. I can do speed 6. Mentally, it was a lot easier for me to just get started and get through the whole thing. And I was watching Netflix and I was having fun. It was good. I'm so stuck with food and food choices. What should I eat and what should I avoid if I want to lose weight and keep it off? Okay, so let's see. You want to keep it simple, all right? For me, if I'm trying to lose weight, or for my client, like let's say you were a client of mine, right? I would put you on a simple meal plan. This is an example. For breakfast, I would have you do a protein shake. For lunch, I would have you do meat and vegetables. For dinner, I would have you do meat, vegetables, and like a cup of rice. Now, within that, it's very simple. For breakfast, you have a protein shake. For lunch, it can be chicken and broccoli or steak and broccoli, any kind of meat with vegetables. For dinner, any meat, any vegetables, and 1 cup of rice. And we just keep it simple like that. And we just follow that Monday through Sunday, follow it every day of the week. And just eat that. We don't even have to worry about what we have to avoid because we're only going to be eating that. Okay. And it's really that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Try to get your food meal prep so that you have it on hand so that when it's time for you to eat, all you got to do is warm it up. I like to keep for myself, and this might be valuable to you guys too. If you're into like meal prepping or if you don't know how to meal prep, I keep frozen chicken breast strips and I keep mixed vegetables in my freezer at all times. So whenever I need something to eat, if I don't feel like cooking something fancy, I just go in my freezer, I put some chicken on my plate, some veggies on my plate, I warm it up in the microwave, and that's it. Hola, Papi. Hello, how are you? I have hit a plateau. How can I get out of it? Well, give me some more details. How long have you been in your plateau? Some people, they're in a plateau because they think they're in a plateau because their weight hasn't moved in a week or two. And that's not really a plateau. Sometimes it just takes patience. Sometimes some people, they hit a plateau because they were being strict like the first 2 months and then they got less strict. So make sure, number one, that you're still on track with your diet. All right. That's number one. Number two, if everything is going right and you've like been at a plateau for like a month or like a month or two, then I recommend taking a diet break, like a 3 to 4 week period where you increase your calories up to maintenance. So you just eat a little bit more food for like a month. You don't completely forget about your diet. You just add a little bit more carbs, a little bit more fats to it. And you do that for a month. And then after that month, you get right back onto your strict diet. Okay. Tariq says, question. Hold on 1 second. This tea is hot. Woo. All right. You say a lot of chicken breasts, but can you eat chicken thighs? Yes. To everybody in here, if you don't want to do chicken breasts, you can do chicken thighs instead. The only reason why I like chicken breasts is because if chicken breast is a little bit leaner and it has more protein than chicken thighs, but chicken thighs will get the job done as well. All right. Let me say it like this. You got two people. One person is doing chicken thighs. One person is doing the chicken breast. The person with the chicken breast is going to lose weight slightly faster, but the person doing chicken thighs will probably enjoy their diet more because chicken thigh is not as dry as chicken breast. Okay. Anna says need to work out in the morning. Yes. So definitely try to do your workout in the morning. Okay. And start, if you have not been working out, this goes out to anybody. If you have not been doing your workouts in the morning, right, and you're about to get started, make sure that you start at a good pace for yourself. Don't look at what you were doing last year when you were being consistent if you have not been being consistent now. Okay, you kind of starting over from scratch. So start easy and do something that you can actually maintain. Let's say on Monday, if you want to go hard, that's cool. But on Tuesday, if you're tired and fatigued, just do an easier workout that day. But as long as you show up every day, you're working out that consistency muscle. All right, next question. Can I lose 15 kg in 3 months and how? So 15 kg is like 30 pounds. Can you lose 30 pounds in 3 months? Yes, you definitely can. If I wanted to lose 30 pounds in 3 months, what I would do would be just really a diet of meat and veggies. And I would do 1 hour of cardio a day just to keep it simple. Losing 30 pounds in 3 months is not easy, but it's definitely possible. It is realistic for you to do that. You just got to be on point with your diet. I wouldn't even be doing any cheat meals until I started to see like the weight coming off. Athlete Khan says, can I lose 30 pounds by Christmas? When is Christmas? 1 month, 2 months. You could lose 30 pounds by Christmas. It might be a little bit of a challenge, but you can definitely get it done. Once again, start doing 1 hour of cardio tomorrow. If you're really serious about losing 30 pounds by Christmas, which is pretty difficult, I will start doing at least 1 hour of cardio tomorrow, and my diet would be like perfect. An example meal plan, I would do like an egg white omelet for breakfast, a cup of egg whites, 2 regular eggs. For lunch, I do like 8 ounces of chicken breast, some broccoli. And for dinner, I would do 8 ounces of meat, some broccoli, and like a cup of rice. And I would just snack on fruit. But you got to be really on point with your diet if you're trying to lose 30 pounds by Christmas, because that is not easy. All right. All right, Instagram. I'm going to head over to the Facebook and YouTube. Okay. New to the channel, Dirty Bulk, smoking and alcohol. Yes, it is live to everybody. I was just on the Instagram chat. Now I'm looking at the Facebook and YouTube chat now. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, the question is how to break a plateau. So number one, make sure that you are still being strict. All the times that I have been like that I've hit a plateau, it was because at first I was being strict. Like I was really on point with what I was doing. But then like I got a little comfortable. So I was unintentionally eating like 700 calories more than I should have been. So I'm thinking the diet's not working, but really I'm just eating more. Number two, if you are eating what you're supposed to be eating and you know you've been at a plateau for like a month, then I would say take a diet break. Take a 3 to 4 week period or even a 2-week period where you just bump your calories up and you just try to maintain where you're at for like 2 to 4 weeks. You do that, and then you get right back into the strict diet you were doing before. Pernita says, I'm top heavy. I'm trying to lose my top, not my bottom, but I always lose more of my bottom. So that could just be your genetics. Okay. So if you have body fat, the way your body is designed is you're going to lose weight from your legs first, and then you're going to lose it from your upper body last. So what I think you should do is focus on losing body fat. Try to lose all the body fat that you want to lose. While you're losing body fat, you're going to be training your lower body. Like, so train your legs and glutes 2 to 3 times a week. So do your exercises like squats, do your deadlifts, do your lunges, do your Bulgarian split squats. by you working out the muscles in your lower body, you're going to build the curves that you want to see. So you're going to have the legs, you're going to have the glutes. Okay. So just focus on losing body fat as a whole, but also train your lower body so that it grows, and make sure you're getting in enough protein. If anybody in here needs like a complete plan to follow, my app is $34 for the year. It literally has like the plan that you need to follow, and I'm running that as it's a discount. So you get a meal plan and you get a workout plan, and it also has like, it demonstrates how much cardio you should be doing. So if you just want a simple plan to follow, get that. That link is in my bio. Let's see. How you doing, Jason? Plain Cheerios, is that okay? Cheerios is nothing but like just carbs. So I wouldn't even do that. If you're trying to lose weight, I wouldn't be doing Cheerios because there's no protein in it. I just wouldn't do it. If it was a snack, cool, but even as a snack, it still has no protein, so I wouldn't do that. If I was going to do plain Cheerios, I would have like one serving of Cheerios. I would drink that with a protein shake. So I would use the protein shake as the milk instead. And that would be like a late night snack that I would have like once or twice a week. But I wouldn't choose Cheerios though, because Cheerios are nasty. They taste mad plain. So I would add like some stevia to it just to sweeten it up a little bit. Maria says, love your content. Love you too. Thank you very much. What's the easiest way to count grams? What do you mean? Count grams of food, like how much the food weighs, or count the grams of protein? If you're talking about count the grams of protein, download MyFitnessPal. Just plug all the food that you eat inside of MyFitnessPal, and it's going to track all the grams of protein that you eat. What kind of work routine and meal plan would you recommend for somebody 260 pounds overweight to lower body fat and build muscle? Okay, so you asking what kind of workout and meal plan should somebody do? No, you're asking what should somebody who wants to lose weight and build muscle do? So I recommend you do 1 hour of cardio every day, at least 1 hour of cardio. Because if you've gained weight, then that probably means that you're not really that active. So whatever activity you're doing right now, keep doing that, but do 1 hour on top of that. So go to a gym and walk on a treadmill for 1 hour, or use the Stairmaster, any cardio equipment that you want to do. All right. Next, your meal plan, it should be low calorie, high protein. The easiest meal plan that is low calorie and high protein is like a protein shake for breakfast. For lunch and dinner, just do 8 or 9 ounces of a protein source like chicken, steak, or fish with some vegetables. If you want to do rice or quinoa, just do a half a cup of rice or quinoa with each meal, and you'll be fine. So you have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I would just snack on fruit if I wanted a snack. And if you do that every day, that would be a high protein, low calorie diet. But do it every day, Monday through Sunday, even on the weekends. Like no cheat meals just now, because we're trying to lose weight. Also, make sure you're lifting weights too. Like be in the gym, lifting weights. Try to work out 4 days a week if you can. I would train the lower body twice. I would train my upper body twice a week as well. And you can keep it simple. You're pretty heavy. So if you only went to the gym, right, and you did like squats and lunges for your leg days, and on your upper body days, you just did dips and pull-ups, that would be a solid workout plan. And if you need assistance with doing the body weight exercises, just use like a band or use the assisted machine. If you want something more in depth, like if you need demonstrations, you can look through some of my videos. I've posted demonstrations, and I also have like workout plans on my app where I like demonstrate everything. I'm eating more healthy, less fried food, more protein. I start gym. Is protein powder also good to take because I want to build glutes and muscle? Yeah, protein powder is good. It's an easy way to get in more protein. Like now, if you were eating enough real protein, like enough real food, you wouldn't need the protein powder. But protein powder is a quick and easy way just to boost your protein intake. So I recommend that everybody do at least one protein shake a day, because most people aren't going to be eating enough protein. Just talking about eating just like straight chicken or eggs or steak. The amount of that you would have to eat, most people aren't willing to do that. So you doing a protein shake would really help you out. Thoughts about fasting and eating one meal a day? If you're talking about weight loss, then you could eat one meal a day, and that would definitely help you out. Um, Also, if you're thinking about doing intermittent fasting, that helps people lose weight because it just helps them be in a calorie deficit, meaning it just helps you eat less overall. If you can only eat from 12 to 8, before 12 and after 8, you just can't eat. So it just helps you have just more self control when it comes to eating. So intermittent fasting is fine. Just make sure when you are eating, if you're intermittent fasting, you are following a meal plan because you can get very, very fat intermittent fasting, especially if you're not eating the right kind of foods. Like if you are intermittent fasting, but you're eating McDonald's and donuts and cake and ice cream, you're going to not look the way you want to look. So just make sure you're eating real whole foods. Okay. So stick to a lot of meat and vegetables. That's what I would do majority of the time. It'd be like chicken breast, broccoli with some quinoa, or steak, broccoli and rice, or salmon, rice, and let's say salmon, rice, and any vegetable that I wanted. That's what my meal would look like. And anytime you eat rice, just keep the portion size, just do like a cup of rice, not 4 pounds of rice. And also when it comes to one meal a day could be fine, but I don't like it because chances are you're not going to be getting in enough protein. I'm having a hard time with the discipline with my diet. So, uh, one of the things that helped me get more disciplined with my diet was following people that were disciplined with their diet. So, following a lot of social media influences that were posting what they would eat, and I would see it, and I would just I know what to do, but if I see them doing it, it's just like, okay, Sam, stop playing, get on track with your diet. So, follow the right people and just have the right people around you. Also, I recommend meal prepping. If you meal prep your food, it's a lot easier to stick to it. Right now, in my freezer, I have pre-cooked chicken breasts and vegetables. So anytime I get hungry, I just make me a plate of chicken breasts and vegetables, and I have it on hand. So if I'm hungry, if I was hungry and I didn't have my food already prepared, it would be so much easier for me to just order pizza or for me to go downstairs to a restaurant and just get something that I know I shouldn't be eating because it's not going to help me lose body fat. So follow the right people and meal prep. And also, to stop yourself from going crazy, like whenever you feel like you need a cheat meal, or if you feel like you need to have some sweet potato fries, or if you need some pizza, you still stick to your meal plan, right? So you do your chicken and vegetables, but I might have like half a slice of pizza with that, like once a week or something like that. So you still able to have little cheat meals, and that stops you from feeling like you're going crazy. Let me go back to the Instagram comment section. Somebody said, do you like BCAAs or creatine? I like creatine. Hmm. Do you carb cycle up and down day by day or consistent carbs daily? I don't really track it like that, to be honest with you. Personally, I have I'm pretty consistent with it. So for the most part, I'll do 1 cup of rice every night. So my dinner is 8 ounces of chicken breast, some vegetables, and 1 cup of rice. And I try to only have carbs with 1 meal a day. Yesterday for dinner, I just had chicken breast and vegetables because for lunch, I had chicken breast, veggies, and some roti. So because I had the carbs for lunch, I just didn't have it for dinner. So I try to just limit my carbs to like 1 meal a day. And even within that 1 meal a day, I don't do it that much. Why do people still have two small cheat meals and still why do people still have two small cheat meals and still build muscle? You can have cheat meals and build muscle, definitely. It's just for people who tell, like, if you say you're trying to lose 30 pounds by Christmas, you probably shouldn't be having cheat meals. Or if you are going to have cheat meals, they shouldn't be the way, like, they should not be the kind of cheat meals most people think about having cheat meals. Like, you can't have McDonald's burgers and fries and eat 5,000 calories on the weekend. If you're going to have a cheat meal, it should still somewhat be healthy. So I would make, like, if I wanted burgers and fries as a cheat meal and I wanted to lose 30 pounds by Christmas, I would do like homemade burgers made with 96% lean ground beef, 2 low-calorie buns. So it's 2 burgers. And I would do sweet potato fries that I cooked in the air fryer. That's way less calories than if you get 2 burgers and fries from the fast food restaurant or from a diner. So yeah, if you're trying to lose weight super fast, you gotta be on point. You gotta be strict. How do you gain muscle and strength? Get in enough protein. Get in 1 gram of protein for every pound that you would like to weigh. So if you want to weigh 150 pounds, eat 150 grams of protein a day and work out. You cannot spot reduce fat. No, you can't. You definitely cannot spot reduce fat unless you get surgery or something. Cheerios are fine, small amount. Yeah, I just think Cheerios are nasty. This muffin core is refusing to leave. Then you just focus on losing body fat. Don't worry about the muffin. Like if you focus on losing body fat, you're gonna lose body fat everywhere, and eventually that muffin top is gonna leave. Okay. So make sure your diet is on point and make sure you're doing your cardio. I work out 4 times a week. However, I am 59 years old. Oh, that's good. Working out 4 times a week is good. Do you drink alcohol? Preach. No, I don't drink alcohol at all. Be careful because they lie about quantity and supplements. What do you mean? What cheap belly fat will ab workouts help? When it comes to losing belly fat, ab workouts doesn't help you lose belly fat, especially if you're talking about like doing the mountain climbers and things like that. That's not going to help you lose belly fat. I know that you feel it in your abs when you do those workouts, but that's not going to help you lose the belly fat at all. If you want to lose belly fat, you just have to focus on dropping your overall body fat. And once you get lean enough, you will see your abs. Okay. Then, right, once you see your abs, that's when I recommend you start doing ab exercises, but you don't do like the fancy stuff. You do like the ab workouts like sit-ups and leg raises. You do the simple stuff that you can kind of go heavy on because that's what's going to build the ab muscles so that you can actually see them. When you do things like weighted sit-ups or leg raises, that builds the ab muscles so that they look blocky and they protrude through the skin. So you have like that six pack that really is like very pronounced. Okay, so focus on doing your cardio, focus on sticking to your diet plan. Okay. And then you could train your abs a little bit while you're doing that, like maybe once or twice a week, but you train your abs the same way you would train your legs or your arms. You train them like any other muscle group to get them to grow. Pre-workout drinks, you don't really need it. They're good. They definitely wake you up, but they're not necessary. But if you want to take it, it's fine. Man, I have big glutes. I was asking which exercise I can do to reduce it. So not really exercise. In order for you to lose like big glutes, if we're talking about losing body fat, just focus on losing body fat. If you lose the body fat, chances are that's going to get rid of like the excess body fat that you have in that glute area. No energy for working out. House pre-work meal. No energy for working out. So 2 things I'd recommend: just go to the gym and just do an easy workout that day. And what's the second thing I was going to say? Um, yeah, I mean, try to work out before work. Okay. But main thing is go in, do an easier workout. Once you get acclimated to working out, once you build that consistency, that's when you can start turning up the intensity of your workouts. But when you just started off, start easy, keep it simple, and then pick up the pace. And I do that all the time. There's some months when I just do not feel like going to the gym. So I go to the gym, I do easy workouts, and at least I'm staying consistent. And then once the motivation comes back, I just turn up the intensity. And a lot of times, me just being consistent, let's say like I'm just not feeling it for 2 weeks. If I'm consistent after 2, 3 weeks, just because I was in the gym, it just gets easier and I feel like going harder with my workouts. Why do you suggest carbs at dinner? No, I just suggest carbs at dinner because I like to eat carbs at dinner. Like I don't like to completely cut out carbs. No real reason like body, like it's not going to have an effect on my body. Honestly, I would lose weight quicker if I didn't do any rice at all. I just like to have carbs at dinner. It just helps me go to sleep. But if you want to do carbs at lunch, you can do it at lunch. It's up to you. Somebody said a pre-workout meal. If you're talking about what time of day do you work out? Because I work out in the morning and I work out fasted. But you could probably do a protein shake. You can do any regular meal that you would normally do. Like if you're going to eat your lunch, right? If you eat your lunch at 3 o'clock and you go to the gym at 5 or 6 o'clock, that's fine. Do you consider fruits as part of your carb count? No, I don't. Can I just use the Stairmaster to reduce body fat? You have to be dieting. Number one, your diet you have to be dieting. And then number two, yeah, if you do like the Stairmaster for like 30-40 minutes, that'll help you burn a lot of calories. So you pairing up your diet and doing the Stairmaster, that'll definitely help you out. How to lose belly fat. How to lose belly fat. So what do you want? Do you want like a diet? Well, you have to follow a diet. You should do some cardio, and those two things will put you in a crazy calorie deficit, which will help you lose body fat very quickly. And when you're losing body fat, that's when eventually you'll lose the belly fat. It takes time because most people, we lose the body fat around our bellies last, but just be in a calorie deficit, and before you know it, eventually you'll lose the belly fat. Influences that you mentioned, some lie about the amount of food and what supplements they take. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I still get motivated from them. Like if I see somebody post a picture of chicken and broccoli, it motivated me. I don't know if they're lying or not. I don't choose to believe that they're lying. I look at it and I get motivated and I go make my my healthy food. So regardless if they're lying or not to me, it motivates me. How many times should a 341-pound man eat? Do like 3 meals a day. Just make sure your meals are high protein, low calorie. So meat and veggies like chicken, broccoli, steak and broccoli, fish and broccoli. Keep it simple. Thanks so much, man. I've come a long way listening to you. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. What cardio do you recommend? I recommend either walking on the treadmill, using the Stairmaster, or the elliptical. How do I get back into the gym strength training after a year layoff? So, like I said to the other person, you want to start small. Okay, Cammy? Like definitely start small. Your workouts shouldn't be too difficult. Start small and just focus on using lightweight and prioritizing your form. So, and also get a plan. So let's say it's leg day, for example, and you have to do squats and lunges, you might just want to squat with just the 45-pound bar, or you might just want to squat just doing body weight. You do that. You do your lunges with a very light weight as well. And that's it. Next week, you might want to go a little bit heavier. So instead of 45 pounds, you might do 50 pounds. Then the week after that, you go a little bit heavier. And once you get back into like the swing of things and you're feeling good, then you can start to move a little bit quicker with how much weight you're adding to your exercises. But definitely start small. Don't give yourself too much to do, and understand that you're not where you were the last time you was working out. When doing a diet like egg whites, chicken breast, and broccoli, what vitamins do you recommend to take? I recommend just taking like a plain old multivitamin. Like I take a stack that it's like a multivitamin, and it also has like fish oil and electrolytes. Red meat better for bulking or white meat? They're both good. Um, Red meat most likely will have more fat on it, depending on like what cut of the meat you're using. If it's like 96% lean beef, then it's going to be lean regardless. That and chicken breasts are pretty much the same, but red meat will have more calories, which is good. But when it comes to like if you do want to do chicken, you can do chicken thighs, and that'll give you more calories as well too. Mira Esto says, I'm recovering from a back injury right now. Should I stay on the chicken and veggies to lose weight? Yes, you should. Because you're not going to be able to move as much, you want to be extra like diligent with your diet. So you want to make sure that you are really on point with what you're eating. If I'm 190, trying to get to 175 or 180. What should my calorie deficit look like? Off the top of my head, for you to lose 2 pounds a week, it's going to be around 1,500. I know this because I calculate people's calorie intake like all day. So your maintenance is most likely going to be around 2,500. So you eating 1,500 is going to have you in 1,000 calorie deficit, which will result in you losing about 2 pounds a week. Okay. But on top of that, you should make sure you're doing at least 45 minutes of cardio a day just to make sure that your activity level is up. But if you are very active already, you don't have to do the extra cardio. But chances are you're not that active if you're trying to drop weight. Ghost says, I walk on the treadmill at 12 incline and speed 3 for 30 minutes at least. That's good. That's good. Why low carbs? Because it loses weight faster. The reason why I suggest low carbs is because when it comes to the 3 macronutrients, like you removing like either protein, carbs, and fats, you definitely need your protein, but you can easily drop down your carbs and you can drop down the amount of fat that you're intaking. But I don't like to drop the fat too low. So carbs is one of those things that you don't really need. So you can go low carbs and you'll be fine. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to drop the calories down and keep the protein high. That's the main objective, keeping the protein high while the calories are low. If the calories are low, you're going to be losing weight. If the protein is high, you're going to be keeping your muscle while you lose weight. If I am a 5'6" female, how much should I weigh? I am 156. That depends on you. It depends on how you look. There are some women that are your height that should weigh 180 pounds because just the way that they're built, their body fat is low. They have a lot of muscle on them. Ask yourself this. How much weight do you think you have to lose for you to be satisfied with how you look? And that's your answer for like your body type. It is dangerous to eat what someone else does. You should be eating intuitively for yourself. I kind of disagree with that. If I see a guy that, like, I'm 200 pounds, if I see another guy that is 205 pounds and we have similar lifestyles, we can eat the exact same amount of food and we'll be fine. Especially if we have like the same goals. I do 1 hour of cardio daily and follow your food recommendations. All right, keep it up. How have you been progressing so far doing that? How can a man reduce a big tummy? By follow the meals that I recommend in my videos, like follow that, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eat mainly protein and veggies and make sure you're doing at least 1 hour of cardio a day. At least I would, if it was me, I would do 2 hours of cardio. Like 4 or 5 days a week, I'd be doing 2 hours of cardio a day. But at least bare minimum, I'd be doing at least 1 hour of cardio a day. And this is if I had a big stomach and I was trying to lose body fat quickly. I would do whatever I had to do to lose that weight. I would have a protein shake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It'd be 80% of the time just meat and veggies. And to stop myself from going crazy, if I felt like I really needed a cheat meal, on those days, I would be a little bit more flexible with my diet. But my foundation and what I would do most of the time would just be chicken breast and broccoli, honestly. And I know for a fact I would get rid of any big tummy that I had, any excess body fat that I had. That's what I would do. So I recommend that you take that and you follow a plan like that and you just tweak it to yourself as necessary. But if you follow that, and then if you have questions while you following it, you're like, okay, well, I'm doing the chicken and broccoli, but I don't really feel like having chicken anymore. What can I do instead? You ask me that, I'll tell you, okay, instead of chicken breast, have chicken thighs or fish or steak. If you tell me you don't like broccoli, then I'll say, okay, instead of the broccoli, do a salad with some low calorie dressing. But follow that foundation because it's simple and it's easy for you to get started. Then you can find little ways to tweak it and change things up. All right, I'm going back over to YouTube and Facebook. Great inspiration. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yo, this is amazing. I like the fact that the comments can come on the screen. That's cool. Jay says, I have your app. How's it working for you? How many meals to eat to gain muscle? You could do like 3-4 meals a day. When I was bodybuilding, what my coach had me doing was like 7 ounces of chicken breast, some broccoli, and a half a cup of quinoa. And I was doing that like 4 times a day. It was either that 4 times a day, or I would do it 3 times a day and have a protein shake. And yeah, doing that, my body fat was going down slowly, but I was getting really strong doing that because that was so much protein for me. Any protein shakes you recommend? I like Proto Light. The reason I like it is because it tastes good. Um, that one. Then you have Isoflex, ISO Flex. So ISO Flex, and then you have Gold Standard Whey. Those are like 3 really solid protein powders. Can I increase reps sometimes instead of weights to make sure I'm progressively overloading my muscles? Yes, you can. You definitely can. And sometimes that might feel better increasing the reps rather than the weight, because sometimes you don't feel like increasing the weight. Just go off of how you feel. Not hitting your protein goal daily for someone overweight, is that a bad thing? Well, what's your goal? If your goal right now is losing body fat and trying to hold on to as much muscle as possible, or even build some muscle, then yes, it is a bad thing, because you're not going to be optimizing your routine. But if your main goal right now is losing weight and you don't care if you lose a little bit of muscle, or if you don't care if you don't build as much muscle, it ain't the end of the world. Like if your goal should be 200 grams, but you're only getting in 160, you'll be fine. It won't be as good as if you were getting into 200 grams, but you'll be fine. Are these recorded to look back? Yeah, I think they are recorded. My thoughts on the carnivore diet. I think the carnivore diet is good. It's a little on the restrictive side, but I'll say this: if I hopped on the carnivore diet, like I'd probably make better progress. And if most people hopped on the carnivore diet, they probably would make better progress. You're welcome, Sandra. You're welcome. For cardio, does HIIT cardio also apply? I do not recommend doing HIIT cardio for weight loss. I recommend doing HIIT cardio for more of like your performance. So, your heart, your lungs, how you're able to move. Because I'm telling you to do like an hour of cardio a day. You can't do an hour of HIIT cardio a day. If you do, you're going to hurt yourself. Doing that many burpees that consistently, it ain't good for you. You're going to hurt your elbows, your knees, your wrists. So I recommend doing HIIT cardio 2, maybe 3 times a week, and just use it for um like your heart, your lungs, how you're able to move, etc. I had a jejunum resection, and I don't even know what this is, but I'll take a picture. I will inform myself, and I'll get back to you. Okay, Maya? I see you're on YouTube, so I'll get back to you on that. My problem is breakfast. Okay, your problem is breakfast. So for breakfast, I recommend that you do a protein shake. Keep it simple. If you don't want to do a protein shake, like if you want to do something savory, do a cup of egg whites with 4 ounces of chicken breast or steak or chicken thighs. And you can make that up into an omelet. So you can cut the steak up or eat it on the side. You can cut the chicken up and just make it into an omelet. You can add onions, peppers, a little bit of cheese. Get fancy with it. But if like you're running, I don't like if you're running late on time because you have to go to work, just do a protein shake for breakfast. Okay. Karina Yvonne. I don't know who that is. I'm 59. I weigh 235. Do I need to take supplements to lose weight and build muscle? No, you don't need to take supplements. Creatine would help you out though. And having a good protein powder would help you out, but you don't need to take supplements. Like if your diet was on point, like if you were eating 7 ounces of chicken breast, half a cup of rice, and some broccoli, and you were eating that like 3 times a day, that meal plan would help you build muscle and lose body fat slowly. And you would be fine on that. But you would be better off if you did take 5 grams of creatine a day, and if you did maybe get in like a protein shake a day. April says, "You are the truth. I've been following you and doing." Well, let me start that over. You are the truth. I've been following you and doing exactly what you suggest. I'm down 27 pounds in 2 months. Everybody give April a big round of applause. That's what I love to see, April. I'm super proud of you. Keep up the good work. That makes me happy to see. This is going to be the year where we all get into the best shape of our lives, and we're not going back. We're not going to be gaining weight back. None of that. That's not happening this time around. This is the year where we make a change. I love it. And real quick, if anybody, I'll bring it back up. If anybody has lost weight and is struggling because they feel like they go and put the weight back on, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is whatever you did to lose the weight, you want to keep on doing that to keep the weight off. You just want to dial it down a little bit. So instead of you doing 2 hours of cardio a day, just do 1 hour of cardio a day. And you don't have to go at speed 20, go at speed 5. Just make sure it's something that you can sustain and try to have fun with it. And even with your diet, you always need to be on point with your diet. It doesn't have to be as strict as when you were trying to lose the weight, but it should be like 70% strict. Okay. Also, get a coach. Like if you just lost weight and you're concerned about putting the weight back on, get a fitness coach. Work with a fitness coach so that they can hold you accountable and work with you for 3 months to help you keep the weight off. Then you go 3 months by yourself and then work with a fitness coach again. Like hire people to help you get ahead. That's honestly like what I do. Like I have bodybuilding coaches, nutrition coaches. I have people that help me, get to where I am and then stay there. Good evening. I've been fasting since June 15th. I weigh 262. You weighed 262. You are now 237. Your target weight is 220. I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Should I do more cardio? I only do the Stairmaster on my off days. I think you should get down to 220 first. Once you get to your goal weight, then we can focus on trying to build the muscle. Should I do more cardio? I only do the Stairmaster. Yeah, so just keep doing what you were doing. You were losing the weight. You're on your way to 220. Just keep doing everything you were doing. Everything you're doing is fine. If you want to add in a little bit more cardio, you could if you want to, but chances are you don't have to because you're still making progress. Adam told April, thank you. No, Adam told April, congratulations. April said, thank you. All I eat is carbs. Please help me. So for you, Rania, you should add to your plate. Like if your plate is just like rice, right? And that's how my mom used to feed me when I was younger. If your plate is just rice, what you want to do is add 8 ounces of protein to your plate. No. For women, I would say like 6 or 7 ounces of protein. So add 6 to 7 ounces of either salmon, chicken, or beef to your plate and add some vegetables. So instead of the whole plate being rice, it's going to be like 50% protein, 30% vegetables, and 25% carbs or rice. So a small portion of the rice. I know that math was off or whatever. I hope that helps. How do I get rid of cellulite? You need to be in a calorie deficit. Eat less food. Okay, just focus on losing body fat. Eat less calories. Do some cardio, and that's going to help you drop the body fat, and that'll help you get rid of cellulite. Kim says, I meal prepped this week and lost 2 pounds. I got on the treadmill for 20 minutes with the incline. I'm going to add Coach Pat's exercises at least 2 days a week. Lost 2 pounds. Thank you so much. Okay. Good job. Keep up the good work. That's what's up. Keep it up. What are your thoughts on the carnivore diet for someone close to 260 pounds? I think the carnivore diet is good. Like I said, I think if you do it, you'll definitely see results. The only thing I don't like about it is that it excludes entire food groups, which I'm not really a fan of. So I would follow the carnivore diet like 70%, with 70% accuracy, but I would still add in some vegetables and maybe a little bit of carbs. So if I was going to do rice, I would add in like a half a cup of rice or maybe 1 cup of rice. The main thing when it comes to carbs is going to be portion control. Okay. I love your advice. Oh, thank you. My problem is I have to force myself to eat. I can't eat. Uh, I know what that's like. Whenever I'm bulking, it's hard to eat. So if you can't eat a regular meal, instead just do a protein shake with that meal. Jay says the app is fantastic. To everybody that doesn't have the app, check it out now. It's $34 for the year. Normally it's 60, but we have a discount going, so grab it now. Kim says, I meal prepped every day, got on the incline for 20 minutes, and lost 5 pounds this week. Thanks. So sorry, 2 pounds. I feel great. Okay, Kim lost 2 pounds. I was about to say, I didn't want to call you out on live, but hey, you got 5, and then now you saying 2. All right, but good, 2 pounds. That's what's up. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Is it all about calories in versus calories out? Does fasting work? Yes. When it comes to losing body fat, it's the only thing that matters is like calories in versus calories out. All of my tips, all of the advice that I give is just ways to help you take less calories in and push more calories out. That's the only thing I'm doing, just helping you be more in a calorie deficit and just helping you understand what that looks like and just giving you practical ways to be in a calorie deficit. Now, fasting works because it helps you eat less food. If you can't eat from this time to this time, no, you're going to be in more of a calorie deficit because you just can't eat. Are plant-based protein powders worthwhile? What's up from Iowa? Ohio. I said Iowa. I mean Ohio. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. Yeah, there's some really good plant-based protein powders. Like you have one called Blessed. You have one called, what's the other one called? I know Blessed is a good one. Then there's one that I think it's Only What You Need. So it's OWYN. Those are two good ones. And then Gold Standard or Optimum Nutrition has a plant-based protein as well. So those are 3 good ones. I've tried the Only What You Need brand, and I've tried the Blessed brand. I haven't tried the Optimum Nutrition brand yet. Are Coach Pat's exercises for women over 50 on your app? Thanks for having her as a guest. Actually, they're not. But you know what? I'm going to take a picture of this, and I'm going to see if me and her can collab and, do something. Okay? And you're very welcome. Like, I actually learned a lot from her. For everybody who doesn't know, Coach Pat is 57, but she's in phenomenal shape. Like, and she's always in shape year round. Like, I see her in the gym like 4 or 5 days a week. She's in there every day, but I only see her like 4 or 5 days a week because that's when like I run into her. And she's in amazing shape. It's crazy. So I interviewed her so that I could kind of pick her brain for myself. So like I get some tips for now, and especially as I get older. And when I start a family, I wanted to know, okay, what are some things that you do, when you had kids? Like, how did you keep your family healthy and fit? Because I see a lot of people when they have kids, when they get married, they gain weight. And I don't want that to happen to me. So that's why I wanted to pick her brain. Main goal is to lose weight. So if your main goal is to lose weight, just do an hour of cardio every day, and breakfast, do a protein shake. For lunch and dinner, do 7 to 8 ounces of like chicken breast with broccoli or chicken thighs and broccoli or any kind of meat and broccoli. If you do that, I guarantee you'll lose weight. I guarantee it. In a week, you'll be like, yo, I lost 2-3 pounds. I guarantee it. In a month, you'll lose at least 6 or 7 pounds. In 3 months, you'll be calling me saying, yo, I lost 25 pounds. What's your cash app? I want to give you money. Like, if you do what I just said, you'll lose weight. Been following your program for 2 weeks, 40 minutes on the treadmill, 3 days, and boxing the other 3 days. That's what's up. How have you been progressing? And have you been following the meal plan as well? Protein shakes for breakfast have been helpful. Yes. Okay. That's good. For protein shakes, anything you add to it, I just use sugar-free almond milk. I do add like stevia. So if you go to the grocery store, they have like this stevia and sugar mix. So it's like 75% stevia, which is 0 calories, mixed with 25% sugar. And I add that to my shake, and it sweetens it up a little bit. And sometimes I add a little bit of coffee creamer just to sweeten it up. But I honestly just add a little bit. And that's it. I keep it very simple so that it can remain low calorie, high protein. How am I going to stop sugar cravings? There's a lot of things that you can do, right? And this is why coaching is so good, because if my clients come up to me and tell me that they're struggling with sugar cravings, like one of the things that I'll tell them, I'll be like, yo, instead of eating the cookies, go into the kitchen and you make you a small serving of some like chicken breast with some sweet potato fries and some barbecue sauce. And chances are, if you eat that, it's going to be way more like you eating the chicken breast with some sweet potato fries or any real food instead of like sugary snacks is going to have more protein and less calories than the sugary snack that you want to eat. Also, it will most likely like solve that sweet craving that you have. Also, when you eat sweets, you want to eat more sweets. Like I cannot just eat, half a bag of M&Ms. I want to eat the whole bag. I can't just eat one spoonful of ice cream. I'm going to want more. So that's like a big one. Next, I would say do like some fruit with some nuts. Same thing. It's easier to like practice portion control eating fruit and nuts because it's not as sweet and it's not as tasty as the bad stuff, which usually once it makes you want to eat more the second you do it. Like I was saying on the interview, if you eat like one Kit Kat, you probably gonna want more Kit Kats. If you eat some fruit and nuts, chances are you're like, okay, I'm good. It's easy to practice portion control when your food is not super delicious. And the final thing is, instead of eating a chocolate bar, go for like a protein bar. Instead of doing ice cream, go for low calorie ice cream. So if you are going to do sweets or like some snacks, try to go for like the healthier version of it, usually like the protein version of it or the low calorie version of it. So instead of doing regular Pop-Tarts, they have protein pastries that taste just like Pop-Tarts, in my opinion. What kind of creatine you recommend? I recommend creatine monohydrate. See, I don't even got to say nothing to this. G. Andy says down 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Everybody give him a big round of applause. That's what's up. Have you tried Gladiator coffee from Smoothie King? No, I haven't, but I'm going to take a picture of this and I'll try it out. Thank you. Amen. Do you have any ways of adapting your tips for a more vegetarian / pescatarian diet? Yes, I do. Anytime you hear me say chicken, just replace chicken with fish or replace chicken with seafood or replace chicken with tofu or like a vegan / vegetarian protein source. If you can eat egg whites, replace the chicken with some egg whites, or you can replace the chicken with a serving of egg whites and lentils. Get creative with it. But those are like the main tips. I don't want to give you too much and overload you. Hoodie says, oh, DAMN. This isn't live. Lame. Well, you look silly, don't you, hoodies? Are these live streams recorded to see again? Yes, I think they're going to be. So this one should go on Facebook as soon as I'm done. And it should go on YouTube when I'm done. It's not going to go on Instagram because the way Instagram works, it doesn't look clean like that. I do 1 hour of cardio daily and follow your food recommendations. All right, keep it up. Let me scroll down to the bottom of IG. How can we lose that stubborn lower belly fat without losing muscle due to the deficit in the cardio? So you're in the calorie deficit, which is good. You're doing the cardio, which is helping you be in a calorie deficit. I'm just speaking like this for the people who are like trainers. I just want to let you know, I know what calorie deficits are. I know the science. I just try to make everything practical for the beginners. But anyway, how can we lose this? So keep doing what you're doing to lose the body fat. Now, to keep yourself from losing muscle, keep your protein high. This is why I say do like 8 ounces of chicken breast and vegetables, because that's a lot of protein. Also, make sure that you're working out too. So be lifting weights like you're trying to get stronger. You might not get stronger, but at least you'll maintain where you're at. Is sucralose healthy in protein shakes? I'm sure it's not that bad. You're the greatest, brother. Thank you. And back to the sucralose thing, right? A lot of times we major in the minor. Who cares about like sucralose? Unless we find out like it's causing cancer or something terribly wrong, don't worry about that. Okay. Most people in here, They're eating like 10 pounds of rice every time they eat a meal. They're eating McDonald's and French fries, or they're eating like Kit Kats and cookies. Don't worry about the minor. You drinking a protein shake instead of a milkshake is a win. I don't care what anybody says. All right. Some people say, oh, eating fruit is bad. Well, you're eating Doritos. Like, so the minor, okay? Get healthier one step at a time. If you hear and you got to lose body fat, then we should not be worried about the minors right now. Let's worry about the major stuff. Let's get healthy. Let's get to a good body fat percentage. Let's build some muscle. Then we can start worrying about the minor stuff later. Okay. Don't worry about eating organic fruit before you start eating regular fruit first. That's just my opinion. If you don't agree, then I respect your opinion as well. Okay. Kayelo says, I've been trying to cut weight. I'm 25 years old, 5'5", 77 kgs. I'd like to get down to 63 kgs. Kindly help. So yeah, make sure you're doing 1 hour of cardio a day. That will definitely help you out. For your diet, try to eat real food. So for each meal, have some protein, have some vegetables, and a little bit of carbs. So that looks like have like 8 ounces of chicken breast, have some broccoli, and have like half a cup of quinoa, or have some steak, have some asparagus, and have a little bit of potatoes. Or another example is have some salmon, have a little bit of rice, and have some mixed veggies. Okay. So by you doing the cardio and you following a meal plan like that, you follow those eating principles that'll help you drop the weight. And make sure you're lifting weights too. For everybody in here that needs a workout program, that wants a meal plan, that wants a cardio regimen, on my app, it's $34 for the year. Okay. You get all of that. It's super simple to follow. Everything that I'm saying is written out for you. All the workout plans, there's like demonstration videos that explain how to do all the exercises and everything. I try to give everybody everything that they need in that app. And like I said, it's $34 for the year, but it's normally $60. So I have a timer set and I'm raising the price back up regular in like 10 minutes. So grab that now and get started with it tomorrow if you need like that more specific assistance. God bless you, bro. God bless you too. Does water help you lose fat? Not directly, but you should be drinking water. You should be hydrated. Is Coke Zero okay to drink in my diet? A lot of people want to tell you no, stay away from diet soda. I drink diet soda all the time. Like I have a 2-liter bottle of diet soda in my trunk. So yes, you drinking diet soda, it will help you lose body fat. And in my opinion, I think that it is 100% fine to drink. We're not drinking 10 bottles of diet soda, but it's good to incorporate because it's going to help you stay in a calorie deficit. Your app is the same as your advice and diet plans or different? My app is the same. It's the same. Like my app is what I'm saying, but it's structured better. So it's easier for you to follow and it has more. And you have access to me. So I go in the community section in the app every day, but it's what I'm saying here. The same meal plan, like what I'm saying on my videos, it's what's in my meal plan, but it's just structured and you can see it and you can it gives specific examples. The workout plans that I give, they just go further in depth. Each exercise, I have a video demonstrating and explaining the form. I might say, okay, we're doing squats. When you do your squat, you do it like this. How to pick the right weight when you do your squat. You pick the right weight because it should feel like this. So it's the same as what I'm saying, but it just goes further in depth and everything is structured for you. Bro, I followed your meal plan and workout suggestions and I lost 45 pounds. Oh, snap. Wow. Everybody give him a round of applause. The name is Kuzo Mako. So let's say not Mako. Maka. Maka. Wow. Everybody give him a round of applause. That's what's up. Lost 45 pounds. I'm 160. How much chicken in ounces for weight loss daily? If you're a woman, do 6 to 7 ounces. If you're a man, do 8 to 9 ounces. Somebody said my favorite protein snack. I like the Quest protein cookies. They have two kind of cookies. They have one that's like chocolate chip. Then they have some cookies that are like all chocolate and all vanilla. I like both. Now I eat them in moderation. I don't go crazy with it. And I try to eat them like every other day. Can I do 45 minutes cardio on the treadmill, incline 15, speed 3.5, or you think 1 hour is better? 40 minutes is a good start. You can start with 40 minutes. How to reverse diet to increase calorie intake after a few months on a cut. You just want to slowly increase your calories. So whatever meal plan you're following now, you just want to slowly add more calories to it. So the best way to do that is by slowly increasing your carb intake. So however much rice or avocado you're doing, you can increase that just a little bit more. And you can be a little bit more flexible and have like one more cheat meal a week, but you want to make slow changes. Okay, so I would start by adding in maybe like a half a cup of rice more with my meals. Okay, maybe add like 200 to 500 calories more to whatever you were doing before. Are Apple Watches accurate for workout in your experience? I actually don't even have an Apple Watch, so I couldn't tell you. I was looking to buy one. I mean, they cost like $1,000, so it better be accurate, right? All right, so let's head on back over to Facebook and YouTube. Ain't that the truth? We'll eat the whole bag of Skittles. Yeah, that's why I don't eat Skittles, or I don't eat candy like that, because you don't like, if I eat one Cheeto, I'm just gonna want more. It's like you tempting yourself for no reason. Okay, I've been watching you, and you are so right. Thank you. I use the core. Is that okay? What do you mean use the core? What about sauces? Off limits? No, not at all. I use barbecue sauce with everything that I eat, and it helps me stick to my diet. You know, you want your diet to be something that you can stick to, that's sustainable. It shouldn't feel like a chore. So yes, I always do barbecue sauce. Even when I'm making, like sometimes when my girlfriend is making our dinner, I was about to say when I make the dinner, but I don't cook. When my girlfriend's making our dinner, sometimes she'll make like General Tso chicken for us, or sesame chicken. So it'll be chicken breast or chicken thighs, and she'll add in like the sesame sauce from the supermarket. And that just, you adding certain sauces and certain seasoning, it just helps you stick to your diet, and it makes it more sustainable. Why is it so difficult to lose fat? The only time I see it drop off is when I fast for consecutive days. Well, you just got to be patient. Um, Fasting is the reason why you've seen it when you fast, probably is because fasting is so intense and so strict, where it's like you're not eating anything, but it's not sustainable. You can't fast forever. If you follow the plans that I give, you do the 1 hour of cardio, and you do like the, let's say like the chicken breast and broccoli, or the fish and vegetables, or the meat and veggie. If you follow a diet like that, you will lose weight quickly. But here's the thing, you will see the difference on the scale before you see it on your body. So after 2 weeks, you might see that you lost 5 pounds or 4 pounds, 4 or 5 pounds in 2 weeks, right? But even if you lose 10 pounds, if you look in the mirror, you're probably not going to see a difference. For me lately, I lost 12 pounds, right? Actually, I lost 19 total. But when I lost 12 pounds, when I was at the 12-pound mark, I looked in the mirror and I couldn't see a difference. Sometimes you lose 20 pounds and you won't be able to see the difference. Other people will, or if you take pictures, you will, but it won't register in your brain because you see yourself all the time. Um, so yeah, my main thing, like my main advice for you is to just be consistent. Okay. Nuts and grapes have been helpful for my sweet cravings. Yes, mine too. I was just eating nuts and grapes too. Pause. Meal prep for 12-hour PM shift. The same thing as everybody else. But okay, you want some ideas. So let me give you some ideas. My first meal, I would do 8 ounces of chicken breast and some mixed veggies. I'd keep it simple. My next meal, I would do 8 ounces of chicken breast and some mixed veggies. Right. And my final meal, like if I was home and like I wanted to relax, I would do 8 ounces of either like salmon or steak or chicken thighs, a cup of rice, and some mixed veggies. And the reason why I would switch it up for that last meal is honestly just because it tastes better. Chicken breast can be a little dry. You can make it taste good, but I would switch it up just for variety later. So those are the 3 meals that I would eat. And if I wanted to snack on something while at work, I would just bring my favorite fruit to work. I would bring like some fruit and some nuts to work, and I would bring a protein bar too. This way you have different options. So if you are hungry, you can eat the protein bar. If you're still hungry, you can eat the fruit. And if you're still hungry after that, you can eat the nuts. And this is going to stop you from going to the vending machine. All right. And this is the question that I just answered. And that's it. I'm out of here. Love you guys. Make sure if you need a plan, just check out the app. It's $34 for the year. Yeah. Right. Peace out. Oh, snap. Wait, hold on. We got one more question. What? Why? Why? Is that body dysmorphia? I forgot what I said to that. I need to gain more muscle. Is eating more my only option? Shaq, you know what you're doing, man. This guy's a whole bodybuilder asking me questions. I need to gain more muscle. Is eating more my only option? Yeah, you should eat more because I know you work out hard. Eating more is probably the next step for you. And you're really lean too. So, yeah, you could definitely eat some more. Do steps matter? I think that steps do matter. Like you should try to get in as many steps as possible. Yeah, the more steps you get in, the more calories you're going to be burning. I just spoke to a guy today at the gym, right? He's always lean. He only does like cardio 1 day a week. But the two things he does is he tries to get as many steps as possible. So every time he goes to the grocery store, he told me that he parks like as far as possible. He tells me whenever he's at work, he works at a hospital. He literally will walk up. If he has to go up 17 flights, he will just take the stairs. He does not do the elevator. And because those are like the lifestyle choices that he makes, it helps him stay very lean. The next thing that he does is with his diet, he only eats unprocessed food. He told me that everything that he eats, it's real. It's like steak or rice or sweet potato, vegetables. It's real food. So, yeah, I would recommend that you guys try to do that as well. Just try to be as active as possible. And every time you eat, just let it be something real, non-processed. Water, how much? Like half a gallon. Just drink water when you're thirsty. You don't got to overthink that. I plateau. How do I get my glutes to get back big? Train them hard and eat enough protein. Okay, eat enough protein. So do 1 protein shake a day, and for 2 meals out the day, make sure on your plate you have like 8 ounces of a meat, like chicken breast or steak or salmon, on every plate that you eat. Okay, so 1 protein shake, and for your 2 meals a day, make sure you have like 7 to 8 ounces of some protein on your 2 plates, and that'll give you enough protein. Number 2, make sure that you are training your glutes. Okay, you should be doing things like hip thrust. You should be squatting. You can do like glute bridges. You can do lunges, Bulgarian split squats, things like that. I literally have, for all the ladies in here that want to grow their glutes, I have a workout program on my app that you can follow. It's and it just details everything. So if you need more like direct attention, if you want something that's written out for you that's super specific to building your glutes and losing body fat, you can follow that plan. It has the meal plan and the workout plan. Or you can just go through my content and look for it. How much body fat I can lose maximum naturally? You could probably lose like 2 to 4 pounds of body fat a week. Losing 2 pounds of body fat a week is difficult. Losing 4 pounds of body fat a week is very difficult, but it is possible. Somebody say, hello, sir. Hello, how you doing? Consistency is the vehicle. Well, I'm like slurring over my words now. Consistency is the vehicle that you must ride in order to get to your desire and destination. I like that. This guy's like a whole Socrates in here. How much whole eggs I can eat? That's too vague of a question. How many whole eggs should you eat per meal? Probably like 3 to 5. But that's like you can't really ask questions like that, because if all you're going to eat for the whole day is just eggs, you could probably eat 20 eggs a day if you're only just somebody who's just eating eggs. But that's probably not what you're asking. But in one sitting, you probably eat like 5 eggs. What brand of protein would you suggest? Proto Light. So PROTOLYTE. Proto, like prototype, but instead it's light. Proto Light. Also, Gold Standard Whey is good, and also Isoflex. ISOFLEX. What can you do if you have bad knees and back? Lift light. So just do body weight leg exercises. So body weight squats, body weight lunges. If you're going to squat at the gym, see if they have the belt machine. Also, warm up thoroughly before you exercise, especially for your knees, and especially for your knees and back, warm up thoroughly before you squat, before you add any weight at all. Do a bunch of body weight squats, do a bunch of body weight exercises to warm the body up. Use knee sleeves, use knee wraps, use a belt, get the protective gear too after you thoroughly warm up, and go light and focus on full range of motion and good form. But I'm out of here. I gotta go. I love you guys. Make sure you guys check out the app. I'm telling you, it's $34 for the year, and it has everything that you need. I promise. All of my content, right? Like, it's like, imagine all of my content, but structured. So if you're a woman who's trying to build your glutes and lose body fat, you just click on it, and then there's a section for you. If you're a guy who's trying to build muscle and just get bigger, there's a section for you. If you're somebody who's trying to lose body fat and build your glutes, there's a section for you. If you're somebody who's trying to lose body fat and keep your muscle, there's a section for you. All right? But peace out. Okay, just logged up for Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is next. Is Flounder a good fat loss program? Is Flounder a good fat loss protein? Yes, it is. All right, guys. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. I appreciate all of you guys, and I appreciate you guys just, I don't know, just hanging out with me today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll probably be back on live tomorrow morning. Okay? So I'll see you guys soon. Wait, hold on. One more question. How do I lose my belly without losing my butt in shape? So I'm going to try to answer this question in full detail. Okay. You need to lose body fat and keep your muscle in your legs and glutes. So this is what you need to do. Number one, your diet. High protein, low calorie diet. Here's an example for the ladies. Breakfast, do a protein shake. 2 scoops of protein powder and some sugar-free almond milk. That's breakfast. For lunch, do 6 to 7 ounces of chicken breasts, chicken thighs, or fish. You're going to do that with some veggies. That's your lunch. For dinner, you're going to do 6 to 7 ounces of the chicken or fish or beef or steak with some veggies, and you can do half a cup of rice or 1 cup of rice. If you want to snack on anything on top of that, just snack on fruit, right? And maybe a little bit of nuts. And that's all you're going to be eating. Eat that every single day, no cheat meals. Now, next, cardio. Do at least 30 to 60 minutes of cardio every day. I really recommend doing an hour. I have all of my clients doing an hour right now. So I recommend doing 1 hour of cardio a day. Go to the gym, walk on the treadmill with the incline all the way up. That's your cardio. Next, you're working out. Train your legs at least 2 days a week, at least 2. Okay, on day 1, you can do barbell squats. You can do reverse lunges. And you can do sorry, just had a call. Dang, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, and you can do leg press. For every exercise, you're going to do 4 sets and you're going to do 10 reps. For every exercise, you're going to do 4 reps. For every exercise, you're going to do 4 sets and 10 reps. I'm going to tell you the second workout of the week in a second. Hello? 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 Second exercise. The second workout for the week. Number 1, you're going to do hip thrusts, 4 sets of 10 reps. Number 2, you're going to do Bulgarian split squats, 4 sets, 10 reps each leg. And then to finish that off, we can do 4 sets of hamstring curls, and we can do 4 sets of leg extensions. Once again, every exercise is 10 reps. If you do those 3 things, the diet, the cardio, and that workout program, that'll help you lose your belly fat and keep your curves. Okay? So if you do that, you will lose your belly fat and you will keep your leg and butt, if that makes sense. All right. Hope that helps. G Andy says, you going to Ninja tomorrow? Nah, probably not tomorrow. I've been like super busy. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a good night.